Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
All right, just the other day we had a new trailer for the Acolyte drop, a new little 30-second thing. I think I called it Conflict. And it kind of showcased some of the footage that they used in the Phantom Menace extended look of the battle between Jedi Master Indara and May.
Just May.
Just May.
May the Acolyte.
Yes.
Maybe the Acolyte.
Maybe the Acolyte. We'll see. What I find very interesting and very weird is when the day that this came out, I woke up and I had like a alert, news alert, because I follow Star Wars and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and
You don't say.
I had a different promo fill my feed.
Oh yeah, you showed me.
Mm-hmm. One that was, well, when I came to show you, because I posted a link to you so you could see it,
yeah.
it was already deleted.
Blocked, yeah.
Which is interesting because it was a different promo than the one that they officially posted. It had new dialogue. It had Master Soul saying that May was his student, and Jedi Yord saying she had fallen and is now an acolyte of the dark side. Then Soul says he wants to be the one to bring her in. Then it clips to May saying, "I didn't do it! Believe me!" Yes. And it ends with Yord looking like he may be about to be struck down by the red saber.
Yeah.
Yes. Very interesting that they somehow got that by mistake.
Something
That's
happened.
probably the next official one that they're going to drop.
Probably, yeah. You would think if that got out, they would just go with that one. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It was strange.
It was. They probably have a particular order in mind. They wanted to release that one because people who didn't see Phantom Menace in the theater would have missed out on the fight.
It's just the fight, too, if you didn't go see Phantom, which you should have done, but...
Yes.
You're going to see it probably episode 1 of the
So
Acolyte.
we're in the phase that Ahsoka had where they released all those little mini trailers.
They do that a lot with these things.
So I assume that's what we're getting.
Well, it is an interesting thing to talk about if we want to just briefly touch on what is said in there.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Like she has fallen to the dark side and she is an acolyte.
Like it was a common term that they would all know.
Yeah, it pretty much sounds like they're trying to imply like we run into these acolytes of the dark side. Mm-hmm. It's not
They're not Sith because we haven't seen them for, at this point in time,
1,000 years. Just a lot of acolytes.
950 years.
No, 900 years.
900.
This is 100 years before the prequels. Try to correct me.
Well, there's obviously a time jump in this, so there's some leeway.
Well, whatever.
9 to 950 years.
Just ask Kiedi Mooney. He probably knows the exact date the last time I saw one. He seemed pretty confident.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's like, it's been like a millennium. He got millennium and century confused. It's been it's been 100 years, not 1,000 years.
Yeah.
That solves everything. It's just an error on Kiedi Moody's part. That is how the Acolyte is going to be justified. But no, it makes it sound. I mean, granted, we're basing this off of like a 3-second little phrase in a clip, but kind of trying to imply, I guess, that you run into these acolytes of the dark side. Though, interestingly enough, like, Qui-Gon was pretty sure he ran into a Sith.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was like, right away, like, no, he was well-trained in the Jedi arts. This is a Sith.
He went straight for the stereotype.
He did, didn't he?
Didn't even get to know him first.
No, just right away. Yeah, he looked like a Sith.
He looked like a Sith, walked like a Sith, jumped like a Sith. That's a Sith.
Swung a saber like a Sith. Yeah, that's a Sith. It's no acolyte of the dark side. This is the full-on.
Well, what else was extremely interesting is that May character yelling, "I didn't do it, believe me." Well, we go back to the fact that she being Leslie Headland, was inspired by Kurosawa's film, where it's a retelling of an event by different points of view.
Yep.
Or are we going back to the original theories for the show that she is a twin?
Yes. There were like rumors a year ago or something.
That she'd be playing multiple versions of herself, or which everyone assumed was twin, which might just be multiple perspectives on the same story.
I tend to lean towards that now, yeah.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Who can say?
We're going to find out in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Really? 3 weeks
June
now?
4th, we're going to have a Tuesday evening, 6 p.m. Pacific.
8 Central, 9 on the East Coast.
I'm not going to get enough sleep that night. We know that.
And the wee hours of the morning if you live in Europe, and the other side of the world would be the opposite time, would be like 8 a.m.
But I'm looking forward to having some questions answered.
Well, I think you're going to get a lot more questions in the first 2 episodes than you are answers.
Oh, yeah, because she says you're not going to know what's going on until the end. Next tiny little piece of news. Sigourney Weaver is actually now in talks to star in The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Star, as in ally or villain? to the
Who can say?
to the dynamic duo.
I mean, this is coming from industry insider Jeff Schneider, but it's also backed up by The Hollywood Reporter, saying that she is definitely in talks and possibly already cast, which means they are onto the casting stage, which is good because this is supposed to come out in a short time.
Yeah, I've been a Sigourney Weaver fan since I was 8 and saw Aliens in the theater thanks to my father.
I mean, we still don't know anything about the plot, the characters, how much they have written, what's going on.
We gotta have quite a bit if they're casting, right?
I mean, supposedly they're supposed to start filming this summer or possibly just later this year. We don't know. It's going to be a 4 to 5 month shoot, they're saying.
They have a release date, so they better chop here. It's May 2026.
Another piece of insider information on that is apparently Lucasfilm has not decided what movie will be following Mandalorian Grogu. We all assumed it was Rey, but Lucasfilm has come out and said they don't know if it's going to be Rey film or Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi.
Curious. It's probably like a race to who gets a script.
I think
written.
we can pretty safely say it's going to be the Rey movie. I mean, there's a script. Mangold is still working on A Complete Unknown. That's the name of what he's working on.
Is that the name? Is
the name
A Complete Unknown?
But it's not the Star Wars thing.
Okay.
It's something else. That's A Complete Unknown.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
My money's on Rey.
And the last thing I was going to talk about today. It's new this week in Star Wars, etc. It's already Tuesday. There were no memes this week.
No.
I wasn't feeling great this weekend.
That's why there was no videos this weekend.
Memes next week. I'm sure I'll feel better. Wednesday, tomorrow, X-Men 97 season, perhaps series finale. As we've had
I thought they were talking about season 2.
Yeah, they were.
98, I guess it would be.
But the guy who was in charge, they fired him and
get him back.
So it's not always that.
I don't care what he did. Get him back.
But yeah, we're gonna have Tolerance is Extinction Part 3. We're also going to be getting in the comic world Mace Windu number 4. And voice chat for the Discord patron members is going to be on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Time for all patrons.
1 week only.
Probably talk some about the X-Men as well as all the interesting Star Wars news that have been coming out lately.
Yeah.
And everything else.
And the world.
Yes. We got some deep topics this week. It was fun.
It always gets really deep.
Yes, the longer it goes, the deeper the rabbit hole becomes.
On that note, that's all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of any and all of today's news. And let's talk some Star Wars. And so until next time, thanks for watching.